Jai Swaminarayan. Today we are reading Loyā 9 of the Vachanamrut. This passage is titled Factors Which Lead to the Development of Dharma, Jnān, Vairagya, and Bhakti. These being Sanskrit terms referring to righteous duty, that is Dharma, knowing wisdom, particularly in the Vachanamrut about the nature of the ultimate of God, that is Jnān, worldly dispassion, non-attachment to material things, that's Vairagya, and loving devotion, that's Bhakti. Let's get right into it. On Magshar Sudhi the 6th, Samvat 1877, or the 11th of December 1820, Shriji Maharaj was sitting in Surya Khachar's darbar in Loyā. He was wearing a white dagli made of chint as well as a white surval. He had also tied a white feto around his head. At that time, an assembly of Paramahansas as well as devotees from various places had gathered before him. Then Shriji Maharaj requested, "May all of the Paramahansas please engage in a question-answer session amongst themselves." Thereupon, Atmanand Swami asked Akhandanand Swami, "What are the factors that lead to the development of the four virtues of Vairagya, Jnān, Bhakti, and Dharma?" Shriji Maharaj answered the question, "Vairagya is cultivated when one comes to realize the nature of Kal, of time, and its effect on change, being related to causality as well." What is the nature of Kal? Well, it is to know the process of Nitya Pralay, Nimitta Pralay, Prakrit Pralay, and Adyantik Pralay. Pralay refers to a kind of dissolution, specifically dissolution of various layers of our reality at various ends of cycles of creation in cosmology, as well as the lifespan of all beings from Brahma, from the Creator, to the smallest blade of grass. After knowing this, if one realizes the body, the Brahmand, the universe, and all the other objects to be subject to the force of Kal, then Vairagya would arise. Some commentary of my own, in my opinion, that when we realize that everything is subject to change due to the force of time, due to the causality of all things having a beginning, therefore also having an end, then we recognize the impermanence of everything. So how can we have attachment to anything worldly or the desire for material objects when everything that can be attained in that way will at some point be dissolved in some sort of pralay or leave our experience in another way? Jnān, knowing wisdom, arises if one listens to the Upanishads, such as the Brihadaranyaka Upanishad. Pardon me, I think I also missaid the Brihadaranya Upanishad. There is no K. The Chandogya Upanishad, Katavali Upanishad, etc. The Bhagavad Gita, the Vasudev Mahatmya, the Vyas Sutras, and other scriptures from a Satpurush, from a true person, that is a realized being. Dharma, righteous duty, arises if one listens to the Yajnavalkya Smrti, Manu Smrti, Parashar Smrti, Shank Likhit Smrti, and other Smrtis. By doing so, Dharma would arise, and one would develop faith in those scriptures. Bhakti, loving devotion, arises if one realizes the divine manifestations of God. How should one realize them? Well, when one hears about the forms of God that are in each khand, and when one hears about the abodes of God, such as Golok, Vaikunt, Brahmapur, Shvetdvip, etc., and when one listens with a sense of awe to talks of the divine actions of God, describing the creation, sustenance, and dissolution of the cosmos. And when one listens with keen interest to the narration of the divine actions and incidents of Ram, Krishna, and the other avatars, the descensions of God, then bhakti towards God would develop. Now, even though a person in their initial stages has an immature mind, if they listen to the ritualistic smritis, Dharma would develop. Later, after becoming firm in their observance of Dharma, if they listen to the scriptures that explain upasana, worship, then all three, Jnān, Bhakti, and Vairagya would develop. So, these are the factors which lead to the development of the four virtues. A very short passage of the Vachanāmrut today, but thank you for listening. Jai Swaminarayan.